There we are. Tonight on Fake News, it's April 30th, which we all know is the day Hitler finally killed himself. Praise Allah. So we take a look at other big moments from this day in history. Plus, Joe Biden talked about jobs. T-Pain learned how to DM, and we find out how our police heroes felt about the Derek Chauvin trial. I'm Ezra Parker, in for Anderson Cooper, who finally got invited onto T-Pain's boat, and this is Fake News. Our top story from this week: on Wednesday night, President Biden gave his first joint address to Congress. He gave his joint address comment. We're starting out hot. On Wednesday night, President Biden gave his first joint address to Congress. This was the first time that two women, one of them a woman of color, sat behind the president during a congressional address. And in a pandemic silver lining, they were able to wear masks so they wouldn't have to deal with any of the men in the room telling them to smile. But in a nod to conservatives, they still had to keep their faces covered and only speak when spoken to. In Biden's speech to Congress, he stated that white supremacy is terrorism, which is a change of tone from the last administration's stance, which was white supremacy, ba-da-ba-ba-ba, I'm loving it. He sure did. He loved a lot of it. He loved it until it loved him no more. I don't know what I meant by that. Former Trump advisor and melted Nazi face Stephen Miller tweeted that Biden's speech was dry, lifeless, and lacked warmth. Added Miller, I know about dry and lifeless because I once walked in on Trump and Melania doing it. And I know about warmth because I sleep in a furnace. Stephen Miller. Is he the devil? West Virginia Senator Joe Manchin was in attendance, although he chose to multitask, using the time to work on his new book. Joe Manchin's waiting for Manchin. The whole world is waiting for Joe Manchin. Seriously, West Virginia, can you just let us move off of fossil fuels, West Virginia? Please? We're trying to make progress here. Back to Biden, the president also announced he is in the process of bringing a pet cat into the White House. Now that's a presidential pussy grab we can stand behind. Grab him by the cat, please. Tucker Carlson is under backlash this week after encouraging Fox News viewers to approach and confront people following mask safety laws, going as far as to say children wearing masks were equivalent to beating children. Making your children wear masks is equivalent to beating children. Here to explain himself, tan yet pale, Tucker Carlson.
How are you?
Tucker, welcome to the show.
Hi, yeah, you're lucky you could squeeze me in. I have a church service I'm about to head off to tonight.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't realize you did night church.
Yep, night and morning.
Well, good for you. I appreciate you being here. You know, we don't necessarily agree on literally anything, Tucker, but I do want you to clarify what you were saying about these children wearing masks.
Well, I was just saying what needed to be said. Wearing masks is offensive. If you see someone wearing a mask, walk up to that person, say, your mask is making me uncomfortable. I don't have a small penis, stop tweeting about it. I'm going to call the police if you don't take off your mask.
I'm sorry, why are you referring to your general area?
I'm referring to the general area of our political nation being at a war within itself and how small my penis is.
Tucker, I think you are maybe letting something Freudian slip here. We're trying to talk about the children wearing masks that you say are somehow offensive. I mean, wearing a mask is just a way to make yourself safer. I don't know what the problem could be.
Honestly, a child wearing a mask is the equivalent of being in a Walmart dressing room and you're not wearing underwear and your small micro penis slips out and someone points at it and they go, oh my God, that is the smallest penis I have ever seen. This isn't a gender problem. This is literally just a small penis problem. And you going, no, my penis is not that small.
Tucker, did that happen to you?
I have a really small penis.
That's, yeah, I'm getting that sense. Now, it's not something that comes up on your show very often.
I have a small penis.
Okay. Hey, some people do. And that's just how it goes. I don't see how that affects your ability to understand that masks are helpful in preventing the spread of COVID-19.
Oh, see, you sound just like one of Joe Biden's babies. Speaking of babies, that's the size of my penis. Like I was a newborn child birthed out of my mother, and all she could see was this small little thing, and she goes, "It's never gonna get bigger." That's me, Tucker Carlson, baby penis baby.
Wow, Tucker, did your mom actually say that to you? That is hard to stomach.
If you see a mom wearing a mask on a bike path, go up to her and call the police.
What? Why? She's just exercising her. I mean, you should be all for the freedom of speech and the freedom of expression that is included in wearing a mask.
I tried to wear a condom and it fell right off. They don't even make them in my size. I tried to put one of those finger band-aids that chefs use in the kitchen and it just slipped off.
Oh boy, Tucker, I mean that is rough, but I somehow just don't feel bad for you at all.
I have a small penis. I have a small penis.
I see that. Well, I mean, I don't see it, but I understand it from what you're saying.
No one can see it. It's a small penis. I have a small penis. It's like so small. It's so small. And I just want people to stop wearing masks. Because my penis is small.
Okay, I'm still, Tucker, what are you putting on your face right now?
Oh, it's lotion. I'm about to go to church. I want to be fresh.
Okay, well, I guess have a good night at church, Tucker.
I have a small
penis. Can you talk about this at church?
God can't help me.
Wow, Tucker Carlson, everybody. That's I didn't know that about him, but it does explain quite a bit. Now, moving on to, I mean, that was a bit of a coronavirus update, but moving on to our coronavirus news. I'm sorry, I'm still laughing at Tucker Carlson. According to a new poll, 1 in 4 Americans are refusing to get the vaccine, largely due to mistrust. Now, the vaccine has reportedly said, but baby, she's just a friend. Trust your vaccines, folks. They won't cheat on you. They go in you, and they stay in you. Now, with the Crawdad Festival right around the corner, New Orleans has loosened COVID capacity restrictions for social gatherings. And with the, I'm starting this one over. Y'all, sometimes when you're trying to read something and then your camera is positioned such that it blocks the actual words, it's very hard to read. So if you are having that problem at home, what I recommend you do is just adjust your screen slightly so that the camera is not in front of the words, which is what I did. So let me start that joke over. With the Crawdad Festival right around the corner, New Orleans has loosened COVID capacity restrictions for social gatherings. And with those crawdads, you could say they're loosening belt buckle restrictions too. Ayo! Talk about a crawdad bod. That's what you'll have after you eat a lot of crawdads. You get it. Alaska Governor Mike Dunleavy ended the state's I'm having a hard time, y'all. I'm having a hard time. I'm still laughing at Tucker Carlson. Hold on. We're going to get this together, okay? What this is water. And you can use it to make your mouth wetter so you can talk better. All right. Alaska Governor Mike Dunleavy ended the state's disaster declaration for COVID-19, meaning the only disaster currently facing the people of Alaska is continuing to live in Alaska. Russia didn't even want it, and they have Siberia, y'all. A bar on New Orleans, I said New Orleans the way I say it on a different show. A bar on New Orleans' famed Bourbon Street is going to be giving out free shots of alcohol alongside free COVID vaccines next week in what they're calling Shot for Shot Night. Should be better than when I went shot for shot with Mark David Chapman. I took a shot of alcohol and he shot John Lennon. Whoops. In all seriousness, though, if you're in New Orleans, go get the free vaccine on Bourbon Street. But don't drink alcohol with the vaccine. You'll be so sick, you'll want to go shot for shot with Kurt Cobain. In national news, on Thursday, the Daily Beast reported that Matt Gaetz' former wingman Joel Greenberg wrote a letter to Roger Stone confessing that he and Gaetz had paid women, including an underage girl, for sex and asking for a pardon. The The plot of this scandal is now as thick as Matt Gaetz' forehead. That's like a 17 lane highway. And they're not usually odd numbers. They're not usually odd numbers. Fort Worth, Dallas residents were shocked to find a beaver casually strolling downtown, which is weird because I'm usually the only one downtown strolling beaver. I haven't had sex since December 31st, 2019, and it wasn't even good. Thanks for writing that joke, team. Moving on, South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem plans to sue the Biden administration after being denied a Mount Rushmore firework display. The display would have been harmful to wildlife and disrespected... Okay. Remember that thing I said about water and how you can use it to wet your mouth? I did it again. All right, here we go. In 3, 2. South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem plans to sue the Biden administration after being denied a Mount Rushmore firework display. The display would have been harmful to wildlife and disrespected sacred tribal land. But Kristi says she's willing to settle for punching an endangered white rhino in the face. And she would settle either for punching a white wino or a white rhino. She's cool either way. That wasn't just me misspeaking. Former President Trump's personal lawyer and cousin fucker Rudy Giuliani was raided by the FBI on Wednesday. Here to tell us what they've found so far is federal agent Manuel Gutierrez. Manuel?
Hello. Pleasure to be here. Federal agent Manuel Gutierrez, New York Division.
Well, it's great to have you, and I do have questions for you, and let me just pull them up real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Manuel, as I understand it, Mr. Giuliani has called the raid unjustified and has denied any wrongdoing. What does the FBI have to say about that?
Here's what I can say. This is an ongoing investigation, so I am prohibited by U.S. law to show evidence pertinent to the investigation. I can, however, I have actually received clearance to show you other evidence that could paint a clearer picture as to who and what we're dealing with. Do you mind?
No, I don't only not mind. I would love to see it.
Okay. Evidence sample A23, a bird scooter taken apart and put together again.
Weird.
Sample B98, snake food with a note, no trace of snake, habitat in home, remnants of shedded human skin found in room.
Is Rudy a snake?
I am not at liberty to say.
Okay.
Sample P21, an unlicensed gun with one bullet with a post-it note that says, just in case, Rudy.
Oh, wow. Do you think Rudy was ready to take himself out?
Once again, I'm not allowed to offer my personal opinion as to that would interfere with the investigation. I can only offer the evidence and have the public come to their own conclusion.
Wow. Okay, well, please continue.
Sample D12, a framed decree of a New York stop and frisk law.
Ooh, he loved that law that much? Yikes.
Note, traces of saliva and semen found all over frame.
Oh, God.
Sample
T34.
T34, I'm not at liberty to say.
Sorry.
Sample T34, a notebook titled Rudy Gaga, full of songs.
Oh, my God. Can we please hear one?
I have been cleared for one song and one song only.
Thank God.
Written January 5th, 2021 at 11 p.m., titled Insurrection. The day has come, whoa, 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 to fight like hell. Gonna ring that freedom bell. Got my thick hair cream on, waking up at dawn and gonna show our brawn. This is the chorus. Call me insurrection. Trump, you're my attraction. Call me insurrection. We're taking over. That's a faction.
Well, I mean, I think that's a confession to mounting the insurrection on January 6th.
It's not up to me to make that assessment.
Okay, it seems pretty clear.
Let me check my credentials once more. Not at liberty to make that assessment.
Okay. Well, was there anything
Sample Z32. A jar with an unidentified specimen. Possibly a clone.
There's a clone of Rudy? You gotta divulge on this, man. I'm begging you. Please divulge.
Unfortunately, I cannot. I can, however, say the specimen is fire resistant.
What?
Sample G18, a signed copy of Borat 2, signed by Rudy, for Rudy.
Well, that's
Moving on
just sad.
to data found in Mr. Giuliani's electronic devices.
Okay.
One Photoshop file titled Squad Goals. Doctored images include a photoshopped Ukrainian mobster, Russian President Vladimir Putin, and former President Donald Trump, and Rudy Giuliani on top of a human pyramid.
Oh, wait. That is crazy.
I'm actually at liberty to discuss this picture to any length you want.
Oh, you are? Okay. Well, I mean, who is the top of the pyramid? I think that's important.
Rudy Giuliani.
Rudy's the top of the pyramid. So he sees himself as the figurehead atop this monstrosity conglomeration of Ukrainian mafia men, Donald Trump and Putin. That's a little bit self-aggrandizing, don't you think?
I'm not at liberty to say.
Hey, can I ask you something else?
Mm-hmm.
What is on that screen behind you? I see. Is that Rudy Giuliani in pink?
Yes, it's one of the doctored images we found. It is from the journal.
Wow.
Rudy Gaga.
That's Rudy Gaga. Oh my God.
That's
quite the outfit for him. I guess he does have some sense of fashion.
Mm-hmm. I'm just here to present the evidence to the public. They will do with the information as they please.
I suppose so. Well,
digital sample Q11,
yes.
200 MP3 files of the chant from the movie Rudy.
You mean he just has 200 copies of somebody going, Rudy, Rudy, Rudy? Do you think he plays himself that to sleep at night?
We believe so.
Wow, you are at liberty to say that.
I'm at liberty to say.
Wow. Well, thank you for confirming. I mean, that makes perfect sense.
A Dropbox link to a song collaboration with a Ukrainian mobster. The song lyrics include ripoffs from the Beatles, and the song goes, "Help! I need somebody. Help! Not just anybody.
That's true.
I need a Ukrainian body.
Oh.
Help! Win this election."
Well, okay. Well, that's incriminating. I mean, come on. You have to have an opinion on that. He's clearly asking for help winning the election from Ukrainians.
I can't, and I won't, and I don't appreciate the tone. I believe my time here has exceeded my pleasure threshold. Have a good day.
Okay. Okay. Well, Manuel Gutierrez, everybody. I guess we have a little bit of an insight into this crazy man, Rudy Giuliani, and if I'm being honest, a little bit of an insight into a crazy man who works for the FBI and might be an AI. But thank you so much for coming by, Manuel. Moving on, in the face of a citywide shortage, officials have raised concerns over the quality of Tucson's drinking water, stating, too much fluoride, not enough Natty Light. Sounds like Arizona to me. My sister lives there. Probably delete that. Let's edit that out. Oklahoma has been nicknamed the lightning capital of America. Unfortunately, Alaska will still be nicknamed the state with the highest population of serial killers, in fact. That's not even a punchline. That's just a fact. Alaska sucks. The people those serial killers killed were probably relieved to be freed. We're coming at you, Alaska. And Palin's not even in power anymore. We're still coming for you. What'd you do this time? You figure it out. You figure it out, Alaska. In real fake news, a New York Post reporter resigned after reportedly being ordered to fabricate a story about Vice President Kamala Harris. The story claimed migrant children at a shelter in California were being given copies of Harris's kids' book in their welcome packet instead of the approved welcome text, "Oh, the places you won't go." Border security is going for the kids now, I guess. Well, they've been going for the kids for a long time. Oh, boy. They've been going for the kids for a long time. It's a real problem, y'all. Thousands of genetically modified mosquitoes have been released in Florida. Jeez, Florida fucking sucks. But not as much as Alaska. Those mosquitoes couldn't even survive there, y'all. Alaska fucking sucks. Got them. Those jokes are too close together, but I like them a lot. One of America's top prized race dogs has tested positive for meth. Authorities say they knew something was off when the dog reportedly won its race in record time and then changed its name to Heisenberg. I am the one who woofs. I don't know what came over me, but I felt the need to say that. Disneyland is opening their California park for the first time in a year with limited crowd sizes and strict health guidelines such as temperature screenings, required face masks, and staying 6 feet apart from other groups. However, anyone who has accidentally drank the Jungle Cruise water is exempt. They're just gonna die. Don't drink that water, y'all. In New Jersey, a black man was in a year-long battle with the law after an incorrect facial recognition match falsely... Y'all, how many times do we have to talk about how good water is? Because it makes your mouth wet. Okay. In New Jersey, a black man was in a year-long battle with the law after an incorrect facial recognition match falsely connected him with a crime, which answers the question, do robots dream of putting people of color behind electric fences? The answer, unfortunately, is seemingly yes. That one's for all my Philip K. Dickheads. In Seattle, catalytic converter theft is on the rise. To ensure your vehicle is protected from thieves, the city is urging citizens to enroll their car in self-defense classes such as Taekwondo, Krav Maga, and Jiffy Kung Fu. Jiffy Kung Fu. The FDA will soon begin banning menthol cigarettes as well as all flavored cigars. Although this will hurt sales at 7-Eleven, it shouldn't affect sales of their deadliest flavored products. You know, it's such a minor thing that I slipped on that word. Like, I could have fought through it, but instead I want to do the whole joke again. Okay, so bear with me, y'all. We're going to go back to the top of that joke right after I have a little bit more. Water break. Okay, yeah, that's funny. The FDA will soon begin banning menthol cigarettes as well as all flavored cigars. Although this will what happened there? I got that part right before. Okay, one more. The FDA will soon begin banning menthol cigarettes as well as all flavored cigars. Although this will hurt sales at 7-Eleven, it shouldn't affect sales of their deadliest flavored products, buffalo chicken taquitos. Those things will kill you going in, or they'll kill you going out. Last week, Derek Chauvin was convicted of murdering George Floyd in a landmark case for police accountability. Some police officers spoke out about the conviction, potentially hindering them from doing their job. Our correspondent, Adam Macias, sat down with a few police officers to hear their thoughts. Let's play that video.
Scrutiny now more than ever. But what exactly is their job? I sat down with a few officers of the law to tell me their thoughts. I spoke with New York police officer John McClane.
Thanks for meeting me here all the way out in LA.
Come out to the coast, we'll get together, have a few laughs.
Sure. Now, do you believe there are rules for policemen?
Yeah, that's what my captain keeps telling me.
So you're saying you don't get reprimanded for your actions?
Wow. Well, we're having a little bit of a technical issue with that video. It is very good and very funny and very informative, and you are missing out. But, you know, sometimes that's the way it goes. I think we might try to revisit it later. But for now, I think we should just...
Police. They're under more scrutiny now more than ever. But what exactly is their job? I sat down with a few officers of the law to tell me their thoughts. I spoke with New York police officer John McClane.
Thanks for meeting me here all the way out in LA.
Come out to the coast, we'll get together, have a few laughs.
Sure. Now, do you believe there are rules for policemen?
Yeah, that's what my captain keeps telling me.
So you're saying you don't get reprimanded for your actions?
Welcome to the party, pal!
Okay, well, that said, can you tell me what you think the job of a police officer is?
Just the fly in the ointment, Hans. The monkey in the wrench. The pain.
Yeah, you know, sometimes videos that you think are going to work then instead need more water. But if you pour water on a video, it doesn't get wetter, it breaks. So, so don't do that. And that's my advice. If you have a video that doesn't work, don't pour water on it. It won't help. This water obsession thing is fun. I do love that video, and I hope you all check out fake news _comedy on Instagram or TikTok to watch it, because it's very funny and good, and you will like it. If you've ever heard of John McClane and you thought to yourself, that guy's cool or that guy's an idiot, either way, you're going to fucking like it. Now, I don't usually swear as a news reporter, but I sure did there. Now, I'm being told to stall because the video is going to be compressed and re-uploaded. I'm thinking that instead of that, maybe we could move on and then come back to the video towards the end of the show. Just waiting for a nod from my producer on that idea. And then we can, or you know what? I want to talk to you all about blue Sprite. Now, you might be thinking, that's just a green can of Sprite, and because it's a green screen putting blue behind Ezra, that we're seeing a blue can of Sprite. That's not true. I have blue Sprite, okay? And it's delicious, and they're not my sponsors, and I'm not getting paid by them. It's just delicious and good, and I'm obsessed with drinks. We have a writer in the back room saying that they are going to be treated like Jeselnik. I don't understand it. I wanted to repeat it like it made sense to me. I know about this Leslie Jones Jeselnik thing. Hey, in the comments, explain what happened between Leslie Jones and Anthony Jeselnik to me, and I'll read them. Okay, people are asking about the difference in taste between blue and green Sprite. Right now, in my opinion, I would say that blue Sprite tastes better to me right now, but it does taste identical to green Sprite. So you figure out why it's different. Now, is it better though? I think so, yeah. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do. You know, as soon as the pictures show back up, I can just tell the next joke. That makes the most sense to me, and then we can just get that video up when we get to it. Oh, you know, we have actually some a surprise in store for everyone. It looks like Manuel Gutierrez is ready to tell us a little bit more about what's going on with Rudy. Manuel, welcome to the show.
Pleasure to be back. I wasn't done. I came back. I cooled down. I'm sorry for my temper tantrum.
That's okay. No, it happens. I was pressing you pretty hard.
It shouldn't have happened to me. I am a federal agent who is supposed to keep their cool, but I am ready to continue.
Can I ask you something right off the bat? And forgive me if this is completely inappropriate, but I don't know a lot of FBI agents to have facial piercings, and you do seem to have a nose piercing right now. Can you explain what's going on with
that? During my rage, my fit, I usually I have a way to how do you say, express myself. In my younger years, I was a big fan of a band called My Chemical Romance.
I see.
Yes, and when I feel that rage inside, I have a look I need to portray to let a little bit of rage inside.
Gotcha.
When I was a young boy, my father took me into the city.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'll give you. That's all you get for free. And back to Rudy Giuliani.
Sure, yeah. Can
Sample.
you just get one more update because the video is ready?
Sample.
Yeah, great.
B12. Client has been found underneath a coffin. A coffin. We
Wow.
found when we raided. He was underneath a coffin.
You found Rudy Giuliani sleeping underneath a coffin?
Mm-hmm. Not
inside of one.
Not
underneath.
on top of. Underneath.
Wow. Well, because I thought earlier that he might be a snake because he was shredding his skin. But then I'm thinking to myself, maybe he's a vampire. But no, vampires would be in coffins, not underneath them. This is some mind-blowing stuff.
Thank you.
Well, Manuel, thank you so much for being here. Now it looks like we have a video, and let me say what the video is again. Let me give the setup for it again, even though all y'all know and are very heavily anticipating it. I think I just want to say this. Sometimes when something gets built up like this, it can be unfair to the video, but I really do truly think it's going to be great. So enjoy it. Last week, Derek Chauvin was convicted of murdering George Floyd in a landmark case for police accountability. Some police officers spoke out about the conviction, potentially hindering them from doing their job. And our correspondent, Adam Macias, sat down with a few of those officers to hear their thoughts. Let's roll that
Police. They're under more scrutiny now more than ever. But what exactly is their job? I sat down with a few officers of the law to tell me their thoughts. I spoke with New York police officer John McClane.
Thanks for meeting me here all the way out in LA.
Come out to the coast. We'll get together, have a few laughs.
Sure. Now, do you believe there are rules for policemen?
Yeah. That's what my captain keeps telling me.
So you're saying you don't get reprimanded for your actions?
Welcome to the party, pal!
Okay, well, that said, can you tell me what you think the job of a police officer is?
Just a fly in the ointment, Hans. The monkey in the wrench. A pain in the ass.
See, I would have thought you said de-escalate situations, arrest criminals, that sort of thing. I'm going to be honest, you're kind of coming off as some rogue cowboy.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
I also sat down with the street cop from Detroit.
Nice to meet you. Officer Murphy, is it?
My friends call me Murphy. You call me RoboCop.
Okay, RoboCop. So, as a robot police officer, what's your prime directive?
Serve the public trust, protect the innocent, uphold the law.
That all sounds like normal police protocol. But what about your judgment? Like, for instance, what if I were to pull out a knife?
Drop it!
Whoa, I'm not going to use it, okay? I'm just showing you, okay?
Dead or alive, you are coming with me.
I put the knife down already. My hands are up, okay? My hands are up.
Your move, creep.
RoboCop? More like robocall. Can I speak to a person?
Don't count on it, chum.
I even sat down with a judge.
Judge Dredd, so nice to meet you.
I'll be the judge of that.
Ah, I see what you did there. Nice pun. Maybe I'm the judge because I think it ruled. Well, I think you misunderstood me. I was just joking.
The law doesn't make mistakes.
Now you're just calling yourself the law?
I am the law!
Okay, I'm starting to feel like the law has it out for me.
Emotions. There ought to be a law against them.
All right, I'm not going to go on until you apologize.
The law can't apologize!
You are not the law!
I am the law!
In fact, you acting like the law is against the law.
I never broke the law! I am the law!
You are not the law. You are just a dickhead with a uniform. In fact, do any of you actually know what your job is? Of course you don't. Because you're just fictional characters written by a bunch of men who get boners for guns. Real life is not an action movie. Police officers are not supposed to kill people.
We, the jury, in the above entitled matter as to count 1, unintentional second-degree murder while committing a felony, find the defendant guilty.
A police officer's job is to protect and serve the community. They're not robots, they're not cowboys, and they are especially not the law. Real police officers don't sign up to be heroes. And if they did, that's probably because they watched too many action movies and got a boner every time they saw a gun.
Wow. I mean, that's really hard to follow. That's taking something fun and getting real serious about it, or taking something serious, having a fun time with it, and getting back to the point. And gun violence is a fucking problem, y'all. But we're gonna get back to the fun after that, because now we've got to move on to world news. And you know what's crazy? This whole fucking world. I've sworn a lot this show, and you know what? I'm okay with it. I'm allowed to. I can talk how I want because this is America. But let's get to not America, the world. An Australian suburb found itself overrun by a huge flock of cockatoos. Meanwhile, my Reddit group found itself overrun by a cuck or two. It's just one. It's this guy. This guy's a fucking cuck. I swore again. What a cuck. I don't know this guy, but I'm sure he's a cuck because whoever wrote this joke definitely used a picture of their real cuck friend. I'll stop talking about this cuck. Online vibrator shop Love Honey has been awarded an Enterprise Award on behalf of the Queen in recognition for outstanding continuous growth, which is strange because I didn't realize the Queen could see my dick when I put Love Honey up my ass. It was some outstanding continuous growth. A UK man beat boredom this week by parking in every spot at his local supermarket. But let's be honest, y'all. Boredom beat him, right? That's sad. I feel bad for this guy. In entertainment news, next slide, there we go. COVID 1 through 18 denier and COVID-19 recipient Ted Nugent spoke out against his satanic haters in one of his characteristic bizarre online rants. Satanic haters sounds a bit over the top and unlikely, although hell has recently undergone a change in management. What's up, Little Nas X? This week, perpetually mediocre basketball player Tristan Thompson has been accused of once again cheating on his girlfriend, Khloe Kardashian. It's shameful. Just wait till her dad finds out about this. Watch yourself, Tristan. The glove fits. At the Oscars, Best Supporting Actor winner Daniel Kaluuya thanked his parents for their role in his birth. Kaluuya proclaimed, "Let's celebrate life, man. Life's incredible. My mom met my dad. They had sex. It's amazing." Beautiful. But this is the same proclamation Ben Shapiro made before fucking the piece of wood he bought from Home Depot. The picture is blurred due to pornographic content. Following her split from former Yankees slugger Alex Rodriguez, Jennifer Lopez has been spotted hanging out with former boyfriend Ben Affleck. Reports affirm that the hangouts are merely platonic, as the couple has remained friendly following their split. Are they merely platonic? Are Ben Affleck and J-Lo actually giving people what they want? The long-awaited sequel to Geely? What? Am I the only one who wants that? I expected to be able to hear a response to that joke. I've been told to do that joke over because I froze, so I'm going to. And you know what? When you freeze, it's a good time to take a little drink. Drink at home, y'all. But not with the COVID shot, like we said earlier. Okay, joke time. Following her split from former Yankees slugger Alex Rodriguez, Jennifer Lopez has been spotted hanging out with former boyfriend Ben Affleck. Reports affirm that the hangouts are merely platonic, as the couple has remained friendly following their split. But are they really merely platonic? Or are Ben Affleck and J-Lo actually giving the people what they want? The long-awaited sequel to Geely. What, am I the only one who wants that? This week, Steve Harvey declared that it is impossible for men and women to be platonic friends. Sounds silly at best and sexist at worst, but What Steve really meant to say is that no woman wants to sleep with him since he went viral with that Chick-fil-A fupa photo. Fupa's a funny word. I love a funny word. Pretty solid tag there, huh? I did a good job with that one. Let's move on. This week, R&B singer and Fast and Furious star Tyrese shaved his girlfriend's pubic hair on Instagram Live. And you thought Fast and Furious was going to stop at space. Ride or die. British drum major Harry Sutton was dropped from Prince Philip's funeral procession after pornographic videos featuring himself and his partner were discovered on adult subscription sites. It's tragic. But Sutton was allowed to keep his role in the Army Guards since none of the videos were interracial. The British royal family is racist, y'all. They still are. That's what that joke's about. Now, Walmart is suing Kanye West, saying that his Yeezy logo looks too much like its own logo. In other news, Kanye West is suing God for looking too much like his reflection in the mirror. McDonald's is giving away one free caramel brownie McFlurry to any person who has mistaken its hollow block-shaped spoon handle for a straw on Tuesday, May 4th, proving yet again that my 8th grade teacher was wrong. My stupidity does have its benefits, Miss Levine. Who's the dumb one now, Miss Levine? Bet she won't even think to lie about knowing the spoon wasn't a straw, dumb idiot. It's not a real picture, but it is a real name. This week, rumors swirled that President Biden's climate plan would limit Americans to a maximum of 4 pounds of beef per year. The false story was quickly debunked, but here with further comment is the Hamburglar. Hello, Hamburglar. I'm sorry. Hi, thank you for joining us. How are you?
How do you think I am? I'm furious!
No, Hamburger. The story was fabricated. President Biden is not trying to take away Americans' hamburgers.
I know! It's infuriating!
Wait, you want Biden to take people's hamburgers?
Of course I do! If Americans can only have one hamburger a year, do you know how many Big Macs that leaves for me?
Well, yeah, okay, I guess that's true, but I mean, obviously President Biden is not going to try to limit how many hamburgers Americans can eat.
I know! It's another broken campaign promise from Sleepy Joe! He needs a delicious McCafe cappuccino to wake him up!
Okay, I don't think Joe Biden ever made any campaign promises about taking away people's hamburgers.
He did to me. I gave unlimited chicken McNuggets to the Biden campaign, and in return, he promised me all the quarter pounders with cheese I could ever eat. And then he betrayed me.
You're saying that President Biden got an unlimited supply of chicken McNuggets while campaigning?
You're saying you don't believe me? Come on, the guy looks like a chicken McNugget.
I guess. Well, if you're really set on getting a lifetime supply of hamburgers, I know former President Trump is a big fan of McDonald's. Maybe he can help you.
Donald Trump ate so many McDoubles as president, there were none left for me. That's why I threw my lot in with Biden.
Wow. Well, sounds like maybe you should stay out of politics.
No. The solution is to get into politics. If I am president, I can make Americans give up their hamburgers. I'll put a Chick-fil-A on every street corner, and I'll be able to have all the quarter pounders with cheese all the time.
Wow. Okay. Well, breaking news, folks. The Hamburglar is running for president in 2024. What do you think are your chances of winning, Hamburglar?
I'd say they're pretty good. I mean, America elected an orange-haired burger-loving crook once. Why wouldn't they do it again?
Good point. The Hamburglar, everyone. Thank you so much for
All
joining
the
us.
hamburgers are mine. They're mine.
Oh, enjoy it, Hamburglar. Wow. That is shocking. I didn't expect a fictional character to run for president, but then I didn't expect a TV star, a reality TV character to run for president either. So I guess it does make sense. Now, The Grammy Awards, following the Oscars this weekend, the Grammy Awards decided to change their tune and voted to remove their anonymous nomination review committees. The new plan? All the awards go to a masked singer. We hope it's the Flamingo. Plus-sized boy band Produce Pandas are rising up the charts in China with songs meant to inspire fans to be comfortable in their bodies. The members have what Chinese people describe as dad bods and Americans would describe as beach goals. They're not really fat, is what I'm saying. Now, on any given day, around 800,000 people celebrate their birthdays in America, and many of them sing the same birthday song every year. Here to celebrate his own birthday and play us a brand new American birthday song is Willie Nelson. Willie, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
So, Willie, I have to tell you, I think it's not actually your birthday today. It was yesterday.
Oh, shit.
Well, I mean, it's okay. It's not a big deal, Willie. We're still excited to hear your new birthday song.
Okay, then. Here it is.
Great.
Is it your birthday again? I should have wrote it down instead of asking again. Facebook reminded me, but I never checked. And I can't remember if it's your birthday again. Is it your birthday again? 'Cause you're looking at me like I forgot something. Is it your birthday again? Guess I'll give you cash, 'cause I got you nothing. Oh, and nothing reminds me it's your birthday again. I forgot your birthday again. Oh shit, I'll never hear the end of this. At least till next year when I forget again. Is it your birthday again? 'Cause I think that me and you got the same birthday. Is it your birthday again? 'Cause I think it's mine, but I can't remember. I can't remember if it's my birthday again.
Wow.
Thank
Willie
you.
Nelson.
Thank you, Ezra.
Thank you so much for being here and sharing that with us, Willie. Now, it isn't your birthday. Your birthday was yesterday.
Oh,
and mine was a month ago. So we don't have the same birthday, but that was beautiful. Thank you so much.
Shit.
Willie Nelson, everybody. Well, that's exciting. We don't often have celebrities here on the news, but when we do, we want it to be their birthday. I guess, or the day after. There we go. Now, let's move on to sports news. We don't have a whole lot, but we do have a little. Philly star Bryce Harper said he feels good after being hit in the face by a baseball traveling at 97 miles per hour. Harper went on to say that the hit in the head hurt a lot less than telling people he lives in Philly. Shots fired, Philly. Not as bad as Alaska, but we're coming for you too. Now, unemployed journalist and former fake news guest Jason Whitlock is back today with another sports update. Let's take a look.
And Antifa created Meghan Markle in a laboratory with the chemical X from the Powder Puff Girl. Hello, and welcome back to Jason Whitlock's Potty Pout, the only sports show produced entirely inside of a bathroom. Still no sports studio will hire me, but I paid off my saxophone loan to BLM. And with the extra $20 I had left over, I was able to buy some new lights from Target and upgrade the studio. However, I am still an ignorant loon with a face like a delicious chocolate scone. Kwame, why you messing with the teleprompter again? Chocolate scone. Yeah, that was a home run. Hey, let's go Red Sox. Yes, baseball is back, Fernando Tatis Jr. hit 2 home runs off Dodgers pitcher Trevor Bauer. Of course, a low work ethic guy like Tatis had to showboat with obscene celebrations. He'll never be a mature locker room guy like Trevor Bauer.
Even though he's not an All-American guy, if you catch my drift, okay. I miss you, bro. Come back, please.
This is the part of the show where I profess my love. No, not to them, but to my former Fox Sports colleague, Katie Nolan. I'm sorry for nagging you, baby. Could you put in a good word for me at ESPN? Please, baby, please.
Dude, this is a sports show.
Oh yeah, the NFL draft is here. No specific take. I just miss having a national platform to practice my dog whistles. Woof, 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 woof. It's now time for my special guest this week. Ben Shapiro ignored all my calls, probably because he was out shopping at Home Depot. That guy is such a hunk. Well, please welcome my guest, former ESPN analyst Paul Pierce. Paul, how you doing, man? Paul, hey Paul, how you doing, man?
LA come through.
Paul, answer me.
Eh, I never liked Paul Pierce anyway. My boy Brian Scalabrine, real MVP of that team, dude.
The NBA playoffs are on the horizon, and I couldn't care less, which is why I regularly tweet about it. The NBA is a racist communist playpen. A white MVP? Are you kidding me?
Joker, you kidding me? How you gonna snub my cool fading Pritchard like that?
The Democrats are giving away black jobs. Hire me. I'm in better shape than Nikola Jokic. Look at this body.
You're in shape for hell.
But I paid my debts.
That was just money. I've come to collect your soul.
Oh no!
Welcome to hell.
Wow. Jason Whitlock, I guess rest in peace. That was incredible. Moving on. We are wrapping up the show now, but Zoe Roth sold her Disaster Girl meme as an NFT for $500,000, bringing a bit of hope to all of life's little disasters, like my one-person show, my past relationships, and Mitch McConnell. Now, before we leave, we'd like to honor the news of yesteryear. So here's what happened on this day many years ago. On this day in 1968, U.S. Marines attacked the Vietnamese village of Dido. 30 years later, Dido was hurt even more by being put in an Eminem song. I feel like I ran through those words, so I'm going to say that one more time. Sorry, y'all. On this day in 1968, U.S. Marines attacked the Vietnamese city. It's a village, not a city, and I want to get that right, so I'm just going to do it one more time. Let's do it. On this day in 1968, U.S. Marines attacked the Vietnamese village of Dido. And 30 years later, Dido was hurt even more by being put in an Eminem song. On this day in 1931, the George Washington Bridge began linking New York City and New Jersey, finally allowing loud, obnoxious assholes to mingle with loud, obnoxious assholes. On this day in 1897, British physicist J.J. Thomson announced his discovery that atoms were made up of smaller components, which we know of now as electrons, but he called little jimmies. No one knows why. His name wasn't Jimmy. It was JJ. JJ stands for something else. I don't remember what. On this day in 1725, Spain withdrew from the Quadruple Alliance, which also happens to be what I call my dick and balls. That's right, I have 4 balls. You do the math. And of course, on this day in 1945, Adolf Hitler committed suicide by swallowing a cyanide capsule, shooting himself in the head, and, most surprisingly, converting to Judaism. I guess for him, that's suicide. Now, we've come to the end of a show that we call Fake News. And we talked about some heavy stuff in the middle of it, talking about gun violence. And I think it's really important to keep in mind that, like, as we move into the world opening up after coronavirus, we've seen a huge uptick in gun violence, and we can't stress enough how horrible that is. So keep yourself safe, keep yourself protected, stay aware of what's going on around you at all times. I know you don't need to be told that, but also if you can do anything to help legislation against gun violence or for gun control happen, please take what steps you can. We don't have like a link below to like donate to anything. We don't have that. We should. I'm thinking of this on the fly right now. None of this is scripted. I'm just talking. You know what? Look, you don't need my uneducated opinion. What you need is to research it yourself. So do that. And from now, what I'll say is, on behalf of all my crew here at Fake News, I'm Ezra Parter, and it's time for us to go. Keep it real, y'all.